In this video, we're going to talk about oxidation reduction reactions that organic molecules undergo. And we're going to look at some examples here. And we're also going to refer to the cheat sheet that we sent you in our week 6 announcement. And so hopefully you've downloaded that and you have it, and because we're going to refer to it and we're going to analyze these particular reactions with regard to that cheat sheet, so you can kind of see how they all fit together. All right, so let's look at number 1 here. We have, let's see, 4 carbons. We have a hydroxyl group, so this is an alcohol. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be 2-butanol, and we're going to oxidize this. All right, so we need to analyze this. So let's take a look at our little cheat sheet here. All right, so we're looking at an alcohol. Now, is it a primary alcohol? Is it a secondary alcohol? So let's minimize that and let's take a look here. All right, well, the carbon that it's attached to is 2 carbons. So this is going to be a secondary alcohol. All right, so let's go back to our cheat sheet. If we have a secondary alcohol, that is going to go to a ketone. All right, so let's minimize that. So we know we need a ketone here. All right, and a ketone is, just remember, a carbon double bond to an oxygen. So let's make sure we keep things all labeled. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so the 4th carbon, the 3rd carbon is going to stay the same, and that 2nd carbon, all right, it's going to have C double bond O, and then we're going to go to the 1st carbon. All right, and let's make sure that we have 4 bonds for every carbon, so 3 hydrogens and a bond here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4 for that. 3, 4. All right, so we have everything there. Notice what we lost. We lost some hydrogens here, a hydrogen there, and a hydrogen there. So obviously the oxidation has pulled off these 2 hydrogens here, and we are left with now a ketone. Remember, ketone is a carbonyl group on the inside, not a terminal carbonyl. A terminal carbonyl is aldehyde. One way to remember it is aldehyde is on the outside. It's on a terminal carbon. So if we had to name this, let's see, bute, all single bonds, and all right, and this is an aldehyde, butanal, 2-butanal. Okay, so let's look at the next example here. What do we have here? All right, we have an aldehyde. All right, aldehyde, carbonyl on the outside. This is on a terminal, so on a terminal carbon, and that's going to be a primary carbon. This carbon right here is a primary carbon. Let's number these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be, let's see, this is butan. Oh wait, no, we don't have butanal here. We said this was a ketone, right? So it's going to be butanone. I'm glad I caught that, because if I didn't, I'd have to redo the video. Let's erase that. I'm glad I caught it before we made it to the next one. Butanone. I even said it was a ketone, but then I'm calling it butanal. It's a ketone. Ketone on the inside. This is an aldehyde here. This is on the outside. All right, so we have these labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, butanal. Since it's on the outside, it is understood to be the number 1 carbon, and that makes then this 3rd carbon having this side group, so that's a methyl, so 3-methyl butanal. All right, well, let's take a look at our cheat sheet. Let's look for aldehydes. All right, here we go, aldehyde. All right, you're not going to find an aldehyde on a secondary carbon because that would not be an aldehyde, that'd be a ketone. So here we go, ketone was our last problem. We have an aldehyde right here, and that's going to get oxidized to a carboxylic acid. So let's look at here. We've got this part going to get changed into a carboxylic acid. So let's write and now there is our aldehyde, but we're going to turn it into a carboxylic acid. Okay, and we have 4 bonds, 4 bonds, 4 bonds, 4 bonds, so everything looks pretty good. Now if we had to name this, let's see, we have 4 carbons again, so this is going to be butanoic acid, and it still has that methyl group, 3-methyl butanoic acid. And remember, we don't have to worry about how the reaction's going. This isn't a very hardcore organic chemistry class. We just need to know what the product's going to be. And an aldehyde being oxidized is going to form a carboxylic acid. And there is our carboxylic acid. Let's look at number 3. What do we have here? Ketone. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be a butanone, 2-butanone. Okay. All right, which is really what we had as our product in step 1. So an alcohol oxidized to a ketone. Now, what happens if the ketone is further oxidized? So let's take a look at our cheat sheet. All right, we have a ketone. All right, there we go, ketone. Can it be further oxidized? No, it can't. So, no reaction. All right, let's look at number 4. What do we have here? We have an alcohol, and it's on a carbon right there. That's a tertiary carbon. So the alcohol is on a tertiary carbon. So let's look at our cheat sheet. What does it say about tertiary carbons? All right, carbon bonded to 3 other carbons. Here we go. A tertiary alcohol, just like we have in the problem. We can't oxidize any further. So again, no reaction. So hopefully that lets you see just what you need to, how you need to look at that cheat sheet we gave you to help you understand what reactions these are undergo, if they undergo any reactions, and what the products will be.